Hey, how is it going, guys? You are watching Gamer's YouTube channel. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Today's video is a bit different because today I will be talking about the open world racing games for low-end PC. Racing games are the best titles to choose if you are looking for that daily dose of adrenaline to get you pumped up. The first game that comes to the mind while talking about racing games is Need for Speed. The Need for Speed franchise is iconic, and definitely a fan favorite. However, there are a few other games that you can try if you love racing. All these titles are compatible for a PC which has only 2 GB of RAM. Burnout Paradise is a 2008 open-world racing video game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and Microsoft Windows. It was also released on the PlayStation Store and via Xbox Live Marketplace's Games on Demand. It was later added to the libraries of Greatest Hits and Platinum Hits titles and was made backward compatible with the Xbox One in November 2016. It is the first game in the Burnout series to be released on Microsoft Windows. Paradise's gameplay is set in the fictional Paradise City, an open world in which players can compete in several types of races. Players can also compete online, which includes additional game modes, such as cops and robbers. Several free game updates introduce new features such as a time-of-day cycle and motorcycles. The game also features paid downloadable content in the form of new cars and a fictional Big Surf Island. The game was very well received upon release, with aggregate score sites Game Rankings reporting an average score of 88% and Metacritic reporting an average score of 88 out of 100. The game won several awards in 2008, with Spec TV, Game Trailers and GameSpot all awarding it Best Driving Game. Reviewers felt the game had an excellent sense of speed, and praised the open-world gameplay, a first for the Burnout series. Burnout Paradise is considered to be one of the greatest video games ever made. A remastered version, titled Burnout Paradise Remastered, which includes all downloadable content, except the Time Savers Pack, and support for higher resolution displays, was released on March 16, 2018 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and on 21st of August for Windows via EA's Origin platform. The online service for the original version of the game was permanently discontinued in August 2019. The remastered version for Nintendo Switch with refreshed online servers was released on June 19, 2020. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is a 2010 racing video game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii, Microsoft Windows, iOS, Android, WebOS, and Windows Phone. The Wii version was developed by Exient Entertainment. Hot Pursuit is the 16th Need for Speed title and was released in November 2010, with digital distribution versions released within December 2010. A remastered version, titled Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered was released on November 6, 2020, for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and on November 13, 2020, for Nintendo Switch. Hot Pursuit's gameplay is set in the fictional Seacrest County, which is based on the American states of California, Oregon and Washington, in which players can compete in several types of races. Players can compete online, except in the Wii version, which includes additional game modes such as Hot Pursuit, Interceptor and Race. The game features a new social interaction system called Dialogue, which is a network that connects friends for head-to-head races and compares player stats for competition. The game also features paid downloadable content in the form of new cars, new race and pursuit events, and new trophies and achievements. Hot Pursuit was well received by critics at E3 2010 and was most notably awarded with Best Racing Game from the 2010 Game Critics Awards as well as several other media outlets. It won several Best Racing Game awards, including Best Driving Game at the Spike 2010 Video Game Awards. The game also won a BAFTA award for its Dialogue multiplayer component. Need for Speed Most Wanted is an open-world racing game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts. Most Wanted is the 19th title in the Need for Speed series and was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation Vita, iOS and Android, beginning in North America in 2012, with the Wii version following in 2013 under the title Need for Speed, Most Wanted 2. The game picked up on the Most Wanted intellectual property, as opposed to the Hot Pursuit reboot that Criterion Games developed previously. Need for Speed, Most Wanted received positive reviews, which focused on the world map that blended the styles of previous Burnout and Need for Speed games, and the social features, while criticism fell on the single-player mode. Following its release, the game won several awards including the 2012 Spec Video Game Awards for Best Driving Game and Driver. San Francisco is an action-adventure racing video game and the fifth installment in the Driver series. Developed by Ubisoft Reflections and published by Ubisoft, it was released in September 2011 for the PlayStation 3, Wii, Xbox 360 and Microsoft Windows, with an addition for Mac OS X in March 2012. The game sees players traversing a fictional version of San Francisco and the Bay Area conducting missions through the use of licensed real-world cars, with the ability to shift into any car in the game's setting in most platform editions. The game's main story sees players controlling John Tanner, a police detective, who falls into a coma pursuing his nemesis Charles Jericho following a prison breakout after the events of Driver 3, Driv 3R, and finds himself piecing together his plan in a dream world while it is happening in real life. This game was delisted in 2016. The game received favorable reviews upon its release, with the exception of the Wii edition which received mixed reviews. A mini-comic series was released which provides plot details of the events between Driv 3R and San Francisco, with the game receiving a collector's edition that includes a Need for Speed Shift is the 13th installment of the racing video game franchise Need for Speed. It was developed by Slightly Mad Studios in conjunction with EA Bright Light and published by Electronic Arts for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation Portable, Android, iOS, Symbian, Windows Mobile, MeGo and J2Me in 2009. Shift's gameplay focuses on simulation, rather than the arcade racing of previous titles. Shift was followed by a sequel, Shift 2, Unleashed, in 2011. Aimed at a hardcore gamer-style audience, Shift reverts to the touring car simulation style of its 2007 predecessor, Need for Speed, Pro Street. Although the gameplay of these two titles are similar, Shift recreates car handling much more realistically than its predecessor, and does not contain a story. Upon starting the career mode, the player performs 2 laps around the Brands Hatch racecourse to determine his or her skill. Once completed, the player is welcomed to the NFS Live World Series, and must earn stars in races to earn money, and unlock new races and tiers.